Welcome to the SikhNet stories. Download the app to enjoy them all.
Have you ever had a hard time getting along with your brothers and sisters? Well, there's more happiness when we work together and don't fight with each other. This story is about a family that worked together, but it's also about another family that didn't. The Five-Fingered Family. In the magical land of India, there once lived a family with a story to tell. They were Papa Anguli, Mama Anguli, and their 3 children. In their native language of Punjabi, the word Anguli means finger. Each day their quick fingers spun and wove sheep's wool into cloth. This was their family business. Now everything went along just fine, until one day they arrived to work only to find that a fire had destroyed their workshop and everything in it. Papa Anguli sat his family down on some rocks beside the smoldering remains of their building and quietly spoke.
There is no other work in this town that we can do. I know of another village that we can go to. Maybe there is work for us there.
For a moment, everyone was quiet. And then Mama Anguli got up from her stony seat and in her bravest voice said,
"Okay, kids, just pack your stuff. Let's go."
And everyone did. On their way to the next town, they had to pass through a dark forest. As night was falling, they came to a very large peepal tree with thick, spreading branches. Papa Anguli stopped.
Okay, enough. Everybody, we can stop now and rest. We will sleep here under this big tree. It can protect us in case it rains.
He began clearing the ground of sticks to make a soft place for everyone to sleep. Meanwhile, Mama Anguli gave jobs to the children, saying,
"Oh, Aja Bete, my sons, you just come here. I want you to go to that river and go get some buckets of water for the cooking. And my daughter, you and I will gather the wood for the fire. And then we will all come back and we will make the food together."
Each set out to do their chores. Though the buckets were heavy, the sons did their best to lug them up from the river. The daughter gathered small twigs to start the fire and dragged large branches to keep it going. Everyone joined in to chop the vegetables, and soon there was a bright fire with a big pot of soup cooking. The aroma of that soup floated up into the big peepal tree. It drifted into a dark, leafy corner. And there lived a forest spirit, a dark spirit that is sometimes called a troll. Now the troll had been watching this family the whole time with great interest, since it was also his dinner time. When he saw how together this family was, he was surprised. But he said to himself,
"These humans don't stand a chance against me. I'm gonna have them."
So he jumped down from the tree, hoping to scare the father, who was chopping more wood.
"You have nothing to cook. Why are you making a fire?"
The troll snarled. Papa Anguli made no sign of surprise or fear at the ugly-looking creature crouching in front of him. He looked the troll straight in the eyes and calmly said,
Don't you know? We are going to cook you. We are going to eat you.
Now this surprised the troll even more. He looked at the rest of the family who had stopped working and were eyeing him with the same fearless look. He began to be a bit afraid of these people, he thought.
There are 5 people in this family, and they're like a hand with 5 fingers. I can't take them apart and use them against each other. They know how to work together. I better just be nice to them instead.
So the troll pleaded with the father.
Please, don't eat me. Here, right below this tree. Dig a hole. You will find a great treasure of mine. You can have it. Take it. Just have mercy on me.
The 5-fingered family worked together to dig up the ground. And sure enough, there was the treasure. Gold, silver, jewels, more than they had ever seen in their whole lives.
Oh my god. I've never seen a treasure like this. Wow. We can do great things with this money. Oh, my dear wife. My beloved children. I just love you. I love everybody so much.
They took it home, they bought another business, and they returned to a happy life.
I feel exuberantly happy right now.
Now, right next door to the Anguli family lived another family called the Lobhas. Mr. Lobha noticed that the Angulis had plenty of money, and so he went to pay them a visit. And as he sat with Papa Anguli, his desire for wealth made him impatient, and he blurted out,
You were poor, now you have lots of monies. How did you get this?
So Papa Anguli told him the story.
Well, first our house burnt down. Then so we had to go to the jungle and try to sleep there. And somehow there was a troll there. The troll...
And as he spoke, Mr. Lobha's head was swimming with thoughts of the big tree, the troll, but most especially the treasure box. He could already see himself fingering the gold coins and saw the rubies shining in his hand. His heart was burning with greed, and he rushed home to his wife, saying,
Let us try our luck with this troll. Ha ha.
So they went out into the deep forest, and they found the peepal tree, and they set out to do the same things that the other family had done. But when Mr. Lobha told his son to go out and gather wood, the son complained.
But it was raining last night. There's no dry wood. I can't do it. You do it.
And when Mrs. Lobha asked the other children to get water from the river for cooking, they whined.
But the river's too far away. I can't go that distance. It's too heavy. You can do it. I don't want to.
At this, the father and mother got angry and began to yell at their children.
Oh, kids! Oh, do what I tell you to do! Do it now!
The children in turn began fighting amongst themselves, saying,
You are the one who's older. You go get the water. You're not the boss of me. Don't tell me what to do.
And then Mr. Lobha turned to his wife and started yelling.
This is all your fault. Why don't you make them listen?
And then she said,
So what you're saying, they're not your children, they're just mine.
Troll was, of course, listening to all this from his high perch in the dark, leafy part of the tree. With a nasty laugh, he dropped down from the tree and stood facing the family.
What do you think you're going to cook?
Asked the troll slyly. Remembering what Papa Anguli had told him, Mr. Lobha said,
We are going to cook you!
Then the troll made himself very large and monstrous, and he said,
You are trying to be like that other family, but it won't work. They were united together. They had one mind. You are separate. Your family is divided. You are selfish. No, 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 no. You cannot eat me. I will eat you.
And so saying, he reached out to grab them. But just at that moment, this divided family, united in one thought,
Run, beta, run! Hold out my hands! Let us go together!
and they grabbed each other's hands and held tightly onto each other and ran as fast as they could back to their own town. Sweating and tired and without any treasure, they arrived home safely.
At least we are all still alive.
The troll, realizing that he was defeated, crept back into the dark forest.
They got away. Next time someone comes under my tree, I'll just attack them by surprise. I'm such a fool. I talk too much. Why do I always do that?
He grumbled to himself as he took his perch in the peepal tree.
So, how did it go? Did you see the troll? What about the treasure?
Asked Papa Anguli the next day when he saw Mr. Loba outside in his yard. Mr. Loba explained all that had happened and how they had ended up helping each other escape.
Oh, we are so happy to be alive, Waheguru.
He exclaimed. When he saw the change in his neighbor, Papa Anguli's face broke into a wide smile and he said,
My friend, it sounds like you got the real treasure after all.
and they both had a good laugh together.
Oh, hi, Rabba.
So you can see what happens when we work together. Hold up your own hand and look at it. Do you see how there are 5 fingers on it? Now imagine if you wanted to take a hold of something, but one of your fingers wouldn't agree and started fighting with the other fingers. You could never get anywhere. Just how fingers have to work together to do any task, that's how you have to work with your friends and your family, with everyone you know. Just like the 5-fingered family.
That was an awesome story. For more, download the SikhNet Stories app.